Okay, here's a brief overview video of what I'm expecting for your log graphs. Keep in mind, a log base b of x minus h plus k is the transform function. So our a value here is 1. Our h value, think opposite sign, is -8, and our k value is -4. Basically what you need to know here is that your vertical asymptote is always going to have the equation x equals h. So our vertical asymptote is going to be x equals -8. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. X equals -8. I'm going to go ahead and plot that too. It's right here. And I'll make that a dashed line. Okay, and then the other thing to keep in mind, our exponential function that is in the inverse of this function is 2 to the x. Now we created the table values in class, but really what I want you to remember is the critical point that we had for that graph was 1, 0, because every value from that graph is going to be shifted the -8 and the -4, but this is the main point that I want you to keep in mind for this graph, because we don't have to plot every point exactly perfect on this graph. So we're going to apply the h value, the shift of the h value, so we're going to take 1 minus 8, and then we're going to apply the shift of the k value, and it started at 0, so we're going to subtract away 4. So this is going to be the point that we want to plot each time. -7, -4. So that's our new critical point. -7, -4 is right here. Another value that we can plot pretty easily, and the question's asking for it anyways, is the x-intercept. So we do have to do a little calculation for that. I'm going to try to do it up at the top here so I have enough room. You're going to put in a 0 for y, because what we're looking for is the x-axis intercept. So our y values are always 0 there. So 0 equals log base 2 x plus 8 minus 4. And we just need to solve this log equation. So I'm going to move the 4 over to the other side. 4 equals log base 2 of x plus 8. This is a log equation, so in order to solve, I'm going to put it into exponential form. So that's 2 to the 4th power equals x plus 8. Well, 2 to the 4th power is 16. And finishing solving for 8 here, if I subtract 8 from both sides, I get x equals 8. So my x-intercept is 8, 0, which is right here. And hopefully, if you remember what we did in class, it's pretty easy to graph this, and that's accurate enough. It's going to look like that. So that's our log graph. Those 2 points are enough. Domain is -8 to infinity. Our range is -infinity to +infinity. End behavior, it's the right side that goes up, so as x goes to +infinity. And the part that goes down is the part that's reaching that asymptote there, which is that -8. And so there's the condensed way of being able to do these log graphs.